Hey, everybody. Welcome to Saturday. It's been a while. We are going to continue with our Void Trekkers. We're going to be picking up where they kind of left off last time, where they ended up at the back of their ship. I'm still calling it the Swift. They haven't renamed it yet. We're going to be missing a player tonight. Work schedule kind of interfered with them, but that's what happens. But they're still with us in that sense. We'll jump right in, I hope. I'll probably have to fix some screens. Did I fix it? I fixed it. Right. Very good. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Don't say hi at all, tabletop. Just stare at the screen.
There.
You're not going to say hi, table?
Are you on push to talk?
You're on push to talk. Can't hear you.
No.
Yeah,
No,
your
not.
mic did not pick that up.
Yeah, you pegged.
I said hi. I was the first person to say hi.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I said it immediately, and my mic didn't pick it
Your
up.
mic didn't pick it up.
My mic doesn't want me to seem friendly.
Well, you're very friendly. We all know that.
Thank you.
Bad mic.
Thank you.
Bad mic. So you guys are just finishing rescuing the soul / spirit / entity of Jack from this other dimension. That was the October, November-ish thing. It's been a while. We've been celebrating things. Tabletop
Life.
gained another level in life. Graduated summa cum laude, cum crudely. I don't know what she graduated. They graduated something, and now they are doctorate. You have a doctorate? Is that?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I have a master's.
Masters. What's a master's in?
Music therapy.
Music therapy. Music to soothe thy soul.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's always out of print with his sarcastic pun day, Monday, Sunday pun day, Tuesday pun day, Wednesday pun day, Thursday pun day, Friday pun day jokes. He's like the dad jokes that just won't stop, no matter how much we pay him.
The fee. I will stop.
So we're going to pick up there with you guys kind of finding that when you get there to the ship seems a little bit more organized or well kept, and Rivian felt the presence of something there.
Do I know whereabouts this presence came from?
It's hard to pinpoint. You know that once when you kind of like if you kind of like step off the ship, you can still kind of feel it, but once you're on the ship, you can definitely feel this presence there.
I can feel the presence outside the ship.
Yeah, but not as strong as you can feel it when you step onto the ship.
Oh, right, okay. I'll probably just kind of start moving around the ship, trying to see where I can feel it the most.
As you move through the ship, there is no like one particular spot that's more potent than not, if that makes any sense, right? It's kind of like the whole ship feels like, in every part that you've gone into, feels as though the ship itself has taken on its own spirituality, I guess. When that happens.
Ship is feeling more alive than usual.
I'm going to go into my quarters and clean my weapons. Because I'm assuming they're a bit grimy from chopping and slicing and weed killing.
Yeah, there's definitely some goop. So tell me what you guys are doing. Where is Nat, or sorry, Gad? What's Gad doing?
Gad has just sort of taken a seat at the helm and is trying to catch his breath. He has not clocked that the ship is cleaner. He is exhausted, having just spent all of his energy to keep the closing portal open.
Oh, that's right. That's how you got it. Got the portals in and out, didn't you?
Yeah.
And
Revat.
go ahead.
I was searching my character sheet to see if I could find anything that would help. Random presence appearing on ship. But if no one else is really acknowledging it, then Ravandra will head off to go see if her precious instrument fixer was saved.
All right. Anybody else doing anything else besides that?
I'm just
What sort of time is it?
It's late morning, early afternoon,
compared to when we left,
same day.
same day. Right. Well, I'm going to just chill out on me in my cabin, and then I'll go to the bar for the evening.
All right. Get all my cards situated. All right. So you're hanging out, cleaning your equipment. Table. You're going to go to check on Ikage. You're a series guy and things like that. You make it, it's a good 10-minute walk from where you're at to get to the place where Ikage works. When you get there, you find his children or associates. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. Kind of picking up and cleaning up and things like that. What do you do?
She'll probably. Ravandra isn't the kind of person who'd knock. She'll walk in and be like, "Hello, is my instrumental soul Ikage here?"
One of the smaller series was, yeah, Dad's in the back. He's missing a finger though. We're looking for it.
Do I still have the finger on me?
If you picked it up, yes, you do.
Sick. Ravandra will take it out of, I'm assuming she has pockets, and like close it in her fist so that no one can see it.
I wouldn't say so much you have like pockets that you're able to just create like almost like a pocket of wood that you can open and access, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She'll get out of that then, but she'll make sure no one can see it, and then she'll hold out her closed fist with the finger in it to the kids and be like, "Blow with all your might." And then she opens the hand, and his finger is there.
What? You found Dad's finger? Dad's finger? Oh, Dad! And they take off running to the back. And a minute later, you see them kind of pulling at Ikage as he's like, what? You can see that his left hand is bandaged where the finger is missing because they only got 4 fingers. So he's only got 3 at this moment. And it's kind of bandaged and stuff like that. He goes, what is it you need? And he looks up and says, "Oh, Ravandra. I don't know why I keep putting an E in there. I want to call you River.
At point, I just
what
wait
this
for
is?
you to figure it out.
You know what this is? I want to call you River from Firefly.
From Firefly.
I don't know why, but Ravandra. He looks at you and goes, "Ravandra, how are you? It's been a while."
Better now that I can see your face in person. How are you feeling?
A little dazed and confused. Not exactly sure what happened. It was like a bad nightmare. I was a giant gourd in some nightmare, and I was pounding to get out and I couldn't get out, but then suddenly I woke up here and I'm missing a finger and I don't know how.
Well, we learn from even the scariest of stories. But I have returned your finger.
Wait, you have my finger? How do you have my finger?
I saved it, of course.
From where?
Perhaps your nightmare isn't as fictional as you think it is.
What? What do you mean?
To spell it out, you were in fact a rather large gourd, stolen by the soul of a little boy trapped inside a giant pumpkin monster. It is a story I will be telling in my songs for quite a while.
He kind of gets a skeptical look at you. Goes, surely you're joking, and I just don't remember how I cut my finger off, and I may have sliced my finger off with one of my own tools. Clearly didn't happen. That was a dream.
Do you not believe every story I tell of?
No, because they're stories. And stories are fables.
Perhaps fables are just the truths that we want to make sure we remember.
You would know better than I. But you have my finger?
Well, did the children take it, or is it still in my hand?
No, it's still in your hand.
Oh, okay, I'll hold it out.
He takes it and goes, huh. I wonder if they can repair it for me. It's been a day, you don't know. I'll have to take it to the house of the law and see if they can fix it for me. Well, thank you very much. And you were there to get some strings that one day, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so he
Sure.
goes, he turns and goes, oh, and your strings. Here are your strings. I've made these a little better than the last time. They should last you much longer.
My friend, you have once again done me a kind service.
Oh, you got my finger. You've done the kind service.
And you have my heart. Good day.
Good day. Dad, your finger, it's back. Can we put it on? And you can kind of see the kid kind of like trying to pull down the hand to look at it. Things like that as you leave. No. We must go see the priest of the law.
Well, we'll be there for them.
Not allowed.
So that takes you about, 25, 30 minutes, maybe 40 to do all that back. And as you're making your way back, what else do you guys want to do? This is going to be really story driven on your end, and I've got concepts. I know that Butek is waiting for the night to fall, I guess, so he can go to the bar. Nat, what else are you doing? You've been there about an hour now.
I think now that Gad has sort of regained his composure a little bit, he's probably returned to checking over the ship for any maintenance repairs due to the skirmish we had during our first session.
Make a lore tech. Hi, Sonia.
7 successes.
One of the atomic batteries is completely depleted, and the other one is half depleted. You've got it's enough for you to fly the ship, right? But not enough to generate a Hidaro, should you need to.
Yeah. It's enough to get it going, but nothing more than that, really.
Essentially.
In that case, I'm gonna go see if I can. Do I need to replace the atomic batteries, or do I need to recharge them?
They would
somehow?
they would need to be recharged. And the way they are generally recharged is by having. Well, there's two ways to recharge them. Either find somebody who has a atomic battery recharger, which they exist, or finding somebody who's a caster to cast some specific spells into atomic battery itself. Now, the Thomic battery itself is a large device. Oftentimes, they're made into like 4 or 5 foot long triangle shapes. Sometimes they're circular or the cylindrical shapes that they fit into. Yours is a cylindrical shape. It has all the hookups coming to it, and it's also got they all got these kind of like charging ports. But you also know that you've seen and heard of casters being able to actually cast specific magic, specific spells at the batteries, and it recharges them. Specifically, anything that has to do with electricity.
I don't have air magic, so I can't do it myself. But I will, I suppose, have a look around the docking bay first. See if I can find somebody with a charger. I think that'll be the best thing.
There
for me.
are a number of chargers that are here, but they have to be paid for to be used, and they're about 1,000 silver pieces per use.
Yeah, go on. Out of pocket. I'll pay 1,000 to charge the depleted Thomic battery.
Okay. It'll take about a day for you to do so, but you can deplete the other one. But what about the other one? It's half depleted. Are you gonna wait until it's completely depleted, or what?
So for the half depleted one, I'm thinking I might maybe have a look around, see if I can find a caster with a particular affinity who can charge that one up for me.
All right.
But
You
that would be a
can.
long shot, and I'll
Well,
probably
there's
have to.
there's casters that can do that, but it's definitely going to be one of those things where they know you need this. It's kind of like refueling, right? They're like, yeah, we know you need this, and we can help you out, but it's a lot of personal time, and I have to expend the energy, and it's kind of a pain in the butt for me to do so, but I'll be glad to do so. At 2,000 silver pieces.
2,000.
Yeah.
Never mind. Back to the charging port.
Charging ports are the easiest way to take care of those things, but if you have to have a caster come in and do it, it's like kind of like you replacing your own battery in your own vehicle, and then going to the shop and saying, "Listen, can you replace this?" Yeah, we can replace it. The battery will be $100, and the labor will be $250.
Oh my god! Next time we rank up, I'm taking fucking.
Air?
I'm gonna be taking Arcane Touch again for yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to take about a day and a half to get all that recharged, and the total is 1,500 silver pieces for them to recharge it for you.
Yeah, that is absolutely fine. I have 600 silver pieces left from my own personal finances.
All right, very good. So funds are low, and you're going to be needing some jobs. What else do you want to do during this time? We'll start with Gad.
Light maintenance.
Yeah, light maintenance.
Yeah, I think
You're definitely going to
just
need some
until-
repairs because the ship itself the hull has got damaged from your run.
can I repair those with?
You can
I guess
repair them,
we'll
but you're going to need the material to do so. And did we say there was material that you could actually do that just to take care of some things?
No, I did salvage some non-specific parts from the ships we destroyed during our first void battle. Can I use those?
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely do that. That's going to require a couple of checks. It's going to require well, what skills do you have that are like smithing, fabrication?
I've
Yeah.
got engineering, I've got fabrication, I've got blacksmithing, weaponsmithing.
All right, so just let's do this. We're going to use your fabrication as the ultimate skill, but what's your skill score for your engineering? Basically, I'm going to give you a let's do this. I'm going to give you a +5 synergy bonus for every 25 skill points that you have in engineering and blacksmithing.
My engineering is 80, so that would be plus 15.
Right?
And my blacksmithing is 65, so that would be plus 10.
All right, so 35 to your fabrication.
Okay.
Go for it. Tell me how many
That is
successes you get.
9 successes.
Yeah, it's gonna take you a good day or two to repair it, but it'll be back to where it's the hull will not be leaking atmospheric into the atmosphere if you have to, well, obviously dive into the void. So that's where you're going to end up doing for the rest of the day, correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We've got time while the thermic batteries
you guys are,
recharge.
this is downtime for you guys, and this is actually the opportunity for you guys to do whatever you want to do with your characters for the most part, right? There's no like we're on a mission, and it's just your downtime. Cable, you finally make your way back to the ship, and you can kind of see Gad walking around making inspections, and you see these two big heavy cables kind of coming out of the ship. They're connected to this really huge instrument that's setting off to the side of it, and things like that. When you make your way back to the ship, you hear this in your head only: "Welcome back. I've missed you." In your head.
I have missed you too, ship.
Excuse me.
Hmm?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes. Well, as out loud as a Kujasu can.
Would Gad hear you?
Sure. I'm sure.
She's not making a point of like hiding it. I imagine like it's just if you're within a radius of her, you can hear it.
It's just, it's like me having a conversation with you now. Well, I miss you too. Or however you did it.
What'd you say?
Well, I was telling the ship that I missed it. I'm
mean,
very impressed with this, whatever AI you've put on the ship.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't put Naya. Where do you think we'd find the coin for that? It would take so long to develop something like that.
Well, you're so clever, Gad. I'm surprised by how humble you're being. However, humility is a great trait for such a great turtle.
I'm going to reiterate, I didn't actually do anything. I'm just saying it'll take a while, and we haven't got a lot of money.
Oh, well, if money's the issue, would you like me to busk?
Only if you want to. It's my personal finances that are low. We are fine collectively. I still want to know why you were talking to the ship. You've never done that before.
Well, because the ship spoke to me.
No.
I may be old, but I haven't forgotten my manners.
Right. Is Butak still on the ship?
Yeah, Butak's still on the ship.
Busy polishing his glaive. That's not an innuendo before anybody says anything.
I mean, hey, if that's how he wants to spend his downtime, more power to him.
Yeah, more power to you.
I would like to go over to Butak's room.
Yeah.
And I
As
mean,
you
Gad's
open
not
the
gonna
door.
Oh, Gad will
Butak.
knock. Gad's not gonna just let himself in.
Right, fair enough then.
Maybe. I think maybe he'll knock and then let himself in.
But when the door opens, Butak is no longer in his armour, in his full trollish regalia, just his wide front, sat cross-legged on his bed, meditating. He doesn't know how to meditate, but he's seen it done once and he thinks he can do it.
I'm sorry for disturbing you.
Don't worry, I'm disturbed enough already.
Have you heard a voice on the ship? Not mine, not Revandra's.
No?
Not the little guy either. Don't know where he's hiding in my vessel.
I think he said something about dodgy stomach has go toilet all day.
Ah, well, if he ruins our shitter, he has to clean it up.
That's probably why he's going to be there all day.
That aside, voices, yay or nay?
No, I've heard no voices.
Our public relations officer seems to think the ship was saying hello to him.
Strange. Perhaps being by land, it sees things and hears things that we as flesh do not. It is a great
Maybe.
mystery. Worth
Aye.
contemplating over beer. Do you know tonight at the Bunky we have a 2-for-1 deal for the first hour?
Your treat, I assume.
No, I work there. It's not treat. It's business opportunity.
You also work here. But aside, maybe I'll join you for a drink later.
I'll be there on the door. I'll be throwing people into the bar.
Excellent news. I'll keep my head down.
Okay, doke.
Can I ask, the voice Ravandra's heard, is it similar at all? Like, is it familiar to her?
Yes, you've heard it before.
Is it Jack?
Yes.
Has Jack possessed our ship? Okay, there we go. I thought about it for a split second. I was like, wait a minute. Cool, that's fine.
Do you
Ravandra
mention?
probably
Do you mention that to?
No. No,
Okay.
it's not important.
It's not important. Don't worry
No,
about it.
it's not
It's just
important,
it's
yeah.
just this entity has possessed our ship. You know, I mean, nothing can go
friendly.
wrong with that.
He's friendly. He's just a little guy. Ravandra will probably just head out and go busking, seeing as Gad's so low on funds. Gonna go do some charity work.
All right, very cool. So you're going to be using your entertainment, correct?
Mm-hmm.
To generate funds,
Oh, I should probably have dice, shouldn't I?
probably.
You
Hang on a
you
sec.
should. That might help.
How long do you want to bask?
I have procured dice. What am I rolling for you?
You need to roll against your entertainment skill, and you will earn. I'll give you 5 silver pieces for each success you gain.
Okay, so
Per
I only
hour.
get 15 silver pieces.
No, per
So-
hour. How long? It depends on how long you're going to do it, right?
Oh, okay. Well, what time is it right now?
No, it's like I said. It's It's between 11 bells and 1 bell in the afternoon, morning.
So 12 then.
Well, it could be as could be 11:15.
Between 11 and
It could be
1.
11:15. It could be 12:55.
Okay, I'm only asking.
Man, you're just being snarky today.
She'll do.
I'm being humorous in the chat.
You're being a problem in the chat. Spruce Springs, a good damn it. I'll do.
Spruce Springsteen. Oh my god, dude, seriously.
I will do 4 hours of busking, break in the middle.
All right, so you do 4 hours. That'll give you about 15 silver pieces per hour. Because it's mostly the charity of people walking past you. You're not doing like a
Yeah.
paid like concert. So that's
60 silver
60 silver pieces.
Oh my god, I'm
And-
so rich.
gonna grant you +3 to your reputation score. It goes up.
Ooh.
And as just as you're finishing,
Mhm.
Busker, actually, Whiskers kind of walks by you. He goes, could have done so much better.
You are more than welcome to
You're a
try.
little off tune there.
Or perhaps you cannot hear the melody correctly. Would you like me to perform it again?
Please don't strain our ears.
Ooh.
Well,
Ravandra isn't doing that. I'm just doing that. Oh God, how would you? Yes, by the looks of it, you've been strained for quite a while, haven't you?
your jokes are as old as you are.
And your humor is as young as you.
He starts setting up his stuff, and kind of looks at you, and you get this rhythm that kind of sounds like. Let me see if I can actually. I'll probably get slapped with Twitch on this one, right? Sounds something like this. I can only play less than 10 seconds of that.
The devil went
I mean,
down to
it's a
Georgia.
ball.
Yeah, basically. Something like
Looking
that.
for a soul to steal.
And he's a little more exuberant and stuff like that. You're very much telling tales. He gathers a small crowd and he just looks at you. His ear kind of twitches a little bit and his tail starts flapping to the background and stuff like that. What do you do?
Let me just remember what I want to try and outperform him essentially using my shamisen magic. Shamisen magic? That's not the word. Shamisen is an instrument.
Okay.
You
Right.
you do have
Shaman.
shamisen magic.
Is it
don't you?
shamisen? Is that what it's called? It's not called
Shamisen.
shamisen.
It's Shamisen.
Is it shamisen?
Shamisen magic is like the Kubo thing you can do. with the
Yeah, that's what
paper.
I was thinking
Yeah.
of, but I can't find shamisen when I'm looking for the word in the PDF, so I figured I must have the
That's
wrong word.
because
It's not in the
PDF.
PDF. It's an ability that's on the website.
Oh, crud. Okay.
Basically, you was just stumped then, weren't you?
I was looking at it and I was like, did I make this
Oh.
up? Did I make this up?
Simon.
Yes.
Simon.
Can you remind me what I can make with my shamisen magic?
So there is the ability. There's a lot of things that you can actually do with your Shamisen magic. Let me get to it real quick.
When you find it, can you send me a link to it?
Sure can.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank
So
you.
you have the ability to create wings, a flying carpet, or wondrous objects. And they can be anything from range from bridges, walls, small heavy weapons to birds to dogs to wondrous objects. Basically, that's your free form. What do you want to create with your paper? Your music.
Can I use my music and my paper to make a big cat?
Sure.
Like bigger than Whiskers.
Sure. You would need to spend 15 fatigue.
Yeah.
To do so. But yeah, absolutely. What do you want to do?
I just want to take the piss out of him. Basically.
You want to scare him?
Yeah, I want to spook him with a giant cat because he's a little mousy mouse. In my eyes.
Okay. Describe the scene. He's got a small crowd kind of in front of him. He's just thrumming very, very quickly, and everybody's kind of like getting into it. Describe the scene. How does it happen?
So standing up and picking up her instrument, she starts strumming just slightly off beat to Whiskers. Like at first it sounds like she's keeping up, but then she starts going a little bit faster. And from behind her, anyone watching can see lots of different colors of little sheets of origami paper flying out. And they all kind of go around the back of the crowd to go behind Whiskers, so Whiskers can't see them coming. And they all kind of muddle together in this big windy ball before eventually they fold together to create a cat that looks big enough to easily bat Whiskers with its paw. It doesn't, but what it does do is it slowly prowls up behind him. And then, I don't know, I take objects I make can't make noise?
They do make a noise, but it's not like it's more like the rustling of paper than it is anything else.
Cool, that's fine. In that case, it sneaks up behind Whiskers, sits down, and slowly wraps a paper tail around the front of Whiskers.
So you've created this giant cat. People behind him kind of stop, like clapping, like they were like with the rhythm and stuff like that, and they just kind of stop, and he feels this. Go ahead and give me a willpower check and tell me how many successes you get.
Okay. I get 6 successes.
Okay. So that's going to set his fear check. Yes. He stops playing for a minute, turns around, and the music just, it comes like to a screeching as he turns around, and he's watching this tail wrap around him, and he sees this giant cat behind him, and he kind of takes a step back. And then in anger, he takes his guitar and just goes right at the paper cat, because I rolled a 20 and passed, but it was close enough to make him go, "Oh, stop!" And then he just starts beating up on the paper. After a few whacks, it kind of disintegrates into paper. And then suddenly everybody's like, "Yeah! Yay!"
God damn it.
Didn't look the way you wanted it to, did you?
That is not how I wanted it to.
Had I rolled higher, had I rolled worse, he would have definitely fled. But it turns around that he was a hero.
Can I just kind of, without being seen, just kind of telekinetically whisper to someone in the crowd, like, that cat was harmless. I can't believe he'd hurt such an innocent cat.
Convince check.
Okay.
Since you're trying to cause kind of like a panic or anger, rile up the crowd.
Yeah. 6 successes again.
All right, this guy gets a skepticism check. It's a commoner, so he doesn't have a very high one. Right. Hey, that cat was innocent. Why did you? And he starts going off on him like that, and he's like, right, and he starts elbowing people, and he's kind of getting his people kind of going. And Whiskers kind of says, "It's fine. It was a paper animal. It's all good. See, look, it's paper. It's fake." Do you want to try to counteract that?
I'm not sure how I would. I guess I think I maybe would then telepathically say into his head, "Oh, so it doesn't have feelings. It can't be hurt."
Into the commoner's commoner's head?
Yeah, like as if like, how dare you?
All right,
Paper animals are just as good as any other animals.
All right, convince check. This one's going to be at a TS of 4 minimum to get that to be believable.
I got 5 successes.
Skepticism. Oh,
I have to roll-
he takes that and he runs with it.
Oh, you go.
I rolled an 85. So he runs with it. He's literally, now he's up there in front of Whisker's face, kind of yelling and screaming about, how dare you say that entities like this don't have feelings, and how could you destroy such a beautiful creature? And Whisker's like, man, back off. It was paper animal, man, right? And he's like, now he's trying to, he doesn't know what to do. And other people are like, yeah, those entities, they're known to have feelings as well. Why did you do that? It could have been tamed. Why'd you have to? And he's just like, he's like packing up as quickly as he can, and he starts to move away from the crowd because now the crowd's getting larger and they're yelling at him and stuff like that. What they don't notice is that the sheets of paper slowly start to move away because they start to come back to you.
Cool.
And I'm going to give him a perception check. He notices the paper is moving towards you, and as the crowd comes encroaching on him, what? Someone whisper something?
Oh, I just said that's absolutely fine.
Oh, and he looks at you and he gives you this evil, like, I will get revenge on you for this. As he kind of turns and kind of makes his way down a small alleyway that he can escape from the now angry paper crowd that you've riled up.
Don't be rude to old ladies, all right? This is what they'll do.
Pay-per-view.
Oh, jeez.
How long have you been waiting to say that?
10 minutes. No, not that long. She just came to me.
All right.
Revenge was
So
sweet.
that takes about 4 hours. What time are you going to go to your bar there?
Well, I'll head
Attack.
up towards there for the evening meal, so I can have something to eat before the start of my shift.
All right. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 4 o'clock when this all occurs for Ravandra. What do you want to do? Do you want to leave now?
Yeah, I'll leave now and head over. I'll make sure all my armor's all polished up and clean and tidy. I'm leaving the glaive in the cabin, secured, because there's not going to be room to use that in a crowded pub.
Okay.
So, you know, if something does happen, I'm not as deadly.
Not as deadly, just semi-deadly.
Semi-deadly.
All right. You make your way to the bar and start doing that. You come back. It's an average night in the what's the name of it?
Drunken monkey.
The Drunken Monkey. The Drunken Monkey. There is a new band kind of starting to warm up a little bit. You walk in and
What's the band called?
we'll call it Black Magic. I'm trying to look for Simon's card.
Which information do you need? I've got my Word document open.
So if you're partial owner, what are the names of the other owners or other owner?
I
And
don't think we actually just-
I'm gonna need staff names from you.
Right, I don't have that written out. Well, I will have that written out for you before the next game.
So one of the servers kind of looks at it and says, "Hi, Boo.
Hello. How are you up this evening?
Oh, good. Getting ready." And she's a human. Bright red hair, freckles, and she kind of tells you a little bit about her day and and how her dad has finally paid off his ship and is ready to move on and try to start doing some additional shipping lanes.
Will you be going with Father, or will you be stopping?
No, I like here. I am not a fan of travel in the void because the void can be very bad. I've heard really bad stories of people freezing to death, and I don't want to do that. So I'm fine here at Hellgate.
Yes, I get that.
So, you want some dinner?
Yes, what's on the menu for this evening?
Braised gorg meat with squashed potatoes and butter, wheat rolls, and pickleberry ale.
I'll have a plateful, please.
Oh, very good. She,
I'll eat at the bar, save cleaning a table.
okay. So she runs back there. She takes her a good 5 minutes. She comes out this heaping. It's a large plate because she knows how much you eat, right? It's a large plate. She's carrying it with two arms, and she kind of boom, up onto the bar and stuff like that. And there's some utensils there and a big flagon of Hickleberry ale like that. She goes, okay, well, if you need more, let me know. I've got tables I got to set up.
Okay. Anybody been causing trouble past few days?
Nothing that we couldn't handle. And she gives you a smirk, and she kind of does one of those things where she like does with her fingers, like, yeah, we got it taken care of. We're glad you're back.
Well, many ways to solve problems, not always with fist.
But sometimes it's fun with fists. She smiles, and you notice that her lip, now that when she smiles, is badly bruised, and there's like a cut across the top left of her lip.
I love her.
Oh, thanks for the memory.
So dinner comes, you're eating it and stuff like that. We'll be back to you, Gad. What else do you want to do?
Gad said that he would join Butak for a beer.
Okay.
So he was probably just keeping his head low at the Drunken Monkey.
Make you notice Gad about an hour later make his way into the Drunken Monkey there. Boo Tack. So it's starting to fill up a little bit. Do you notice obviously Boo Tack over on the bar kind of hanging out? Describe what you're doing.
Without trying to make too much of an impression, as much as can be done when you are a large tortoise. He sort of sidles his way up to the bar and says, "So this is your other haunt, huh?"
Yes, like I say, 2 for 1. You buy 1 drink, you get 2.
Yeah, go on then. Give me a cheapest. Give me a
No,
cheapest.
no.
Cheapest
Do
drink.
not drink cheapest. The cheapest drink we have, we only serve people we don't like. It's when you wring out the dish rag, that is cheapest drink.
Well, I appreciate that.
Have second cheapest.
What would you recommend?
Whatever you wish to try.
There's
Yes.
a long list of various types of alcohols, a lot of ales, some beers, some hard liquors, and things like that.
Give me something warm and hearty.
She brings out a glass of it's actually on fire, a little bloom like it's been lit and stuff like that.
Nice.
It's warm. She goes, here's our finest fire wine for you. It's a ruby rich. It has a ruby rich color to it. You can smell the hints of boysenberry and blackberry in it. It's got a very potent alcohol scent to it, and the flames itself just seem to enhance it. And it's fairly large. I mean, it's not like in a delicate glass. It comes in a glass because obviously it's on fire. It's not going to be in a mug, and it's got a good size portion to it, right? It's easily enough to soothe your soul, if you would. It's definitely a warm drink.
Well, if it's on the 2 for 1, I guess Gad will just nurse them over the course of the evening while people watching, I guess, more than anything else, keeping an eye on the rabble.
Okay. You make it back to the ship, Ravandra, and you find that it's empty, except for the voice. So, how did you do?
Oh, I did very well, thank you. I earned a bit of pocket money, and I made a laugh out of an old rival of mine.
Oh, you did? What happened?
Just a little mouse that needed to be reminded how small he was.
Oh, you devilish trickster, you.
Hmm. Tell me, Jack, I presume this is Jack.
Yes, it's okay that I'm here, right?
Of course, absolutely. I told you we would look after you.
I don't think
I
your
was-
friend likes me.
Oh, which one?
The one that's got that hard back.
Ah, Gad. Gad doesn't like anyone, but don't worry, even his enemies are his friends in a way.
How does that work?
You'll understand when you're older, I think.
Oh, I suppose.
Do you know? I'm trying to think. I'll just make one up. Do you know the story of the hedgehog that wouldn't be friends with anyone?
No.
Well, even that hedgehog was soft underneath.
So he's a hedgehog?
No, not quite, but similar.
He doesn't look like a hedgehog. He kind of looks like a turtle or something that mom used to like make stew out of.
Oh, well, I think his bitter soul wouldn't make for a very good stew.
Hmm.
But be nice to him and he'll be nice to you. I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay. If
After
you say
all,
so.
enemies are just people we have not yet understood.
Okay. By the way,
Speaking-
the batteries are done charging. I think you may want to have them stop.
Oh,
Ravandra will do as is said, and won't go and take the batteries out of their charging ports or whatever they're in.
Well, it's not so much you doing it, it's more
Oh.
of you telling someone else to, hey, look, I think they're done.
Okay, cool. Ravandra,
it-
before because the charging station not on the ship? It's
No,
somewhere
it's
else,
it's
right?
so basically you have these large cables. They're about 6 inches in diameter that are hooked to a larger device outside that run up into the ship, and they separate because there's one engine on one side, or the atomic battery on one side, atomic battery on the other, powers the two engines, and so they kind of split off and they snake their way up to it. And Gad did
Okay.
not say that they were done.
And she'll think for a moment, and then she'll be like,
I'll go find Gad and
Okay.
inform him. Speaking of, you don't happen to know where they've gone, do you?
They were gonna go play with some monkeys, I think. And they were gonna get drunk. They were gonna get drunk and play with some monkeys, I think. At least that's what the big fella said. The guy with the horns.
Yes, Blue Tack has quite a way with words.
That's Blue Tack, huh? Blue Tack?
I deliberately said blue tack, but I'm aware it's blue tack.
Blue Tack. Got it. Blue Tack.
Blue tack, yes. He's big and sticky.
And he's kind of bluish, I think.
And kind of bluey.
Well, thank you ever so much for your help, Jack, and I do hope you're comfortable on the ship.
Well, it's definitely a lot better than where I was.
Remember, home is only where your heart is.
Mom used to say that too. I miss Mom.
She's always with you. We live forever through the stories that are told of us. I will be back soon.
Okay.
And with that, I'll head off to the drunken monkey.
Right. An hour or so passes by Blue Tack and Gad. crowds are coming in. No one seems to be getting rowdy or anything like that. You do, Butak, as you walk in, a lot of people, they kind of come in laughing and stuff like that. And as soon as they see you, they kind of damper down. Just, they were loud when they hit the door, but they dampered down like a little bit, like, oh, it's Butak. He's back. Shh.
Please come in, enjoy yourself. Please come in, enjoy yourself. 2 for 1, remember tonight.
That's awesome. About an hour and later, well, about that same time, Ravandra, you can see Ravandra step through, and as soon as they hit the doorway, it almost shuts down the crowd because they're just in awe. It's like, I hear rumors about them. And you start hearing all this talk about rumors and legends of the tree folk. Someone even quips,
Is this just what happens? Is this just the effect of having Simon in a game now?
basically.
God damn it. Even the NPCs start with the tree jokes.
Yeah, you can thank Simon for
Well,
that.
look, if you want us to stop, we can turn over a new leaf.
Ravandra, I take it she notices as well when everyone starts whispering.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's instant, and you hear their thoughts about you. About, rumor has that one even says, yeah, I've even heard that they drink the souls of those that they kill, and things like that. That's why they are able to move, is because they steal souls.
Well, that's a new one.
She'll nod to Butak when she comes in and say,
Is your bar usually this quiet? It's quite atmospheric.
Sorry, I was. It's good place.
It seems
friendly.
lovely.
2 for 1. Do you drink? I don't
Did
recall.
we-
Have I seen you partake of beer?
Kujasu drink, right?
I wouldn't see
They
why
easily
not.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Do they have to
course.
do they have to take it into the root system, or do they have a digestive system?
We just stick our hands in a glass and
No,
then just
I
sip
think.
it.
Well, I think it's I think it's pretty much just. I mean, you have a mouth, you have all that other stuff, so I think it's just a normal way of drinking, right?
Yeah.
It's just when it gets to the stomach, the way it's then separated out, so the rest of the remains would be slightly different. At a guess.
Oh my god, can her bark be slightly discolored by what she's been eating and drinking? From its soaking up in the tree?
I would think that as you do, I think overall, I don't think it would be overly discolored, but I mean, you're what you did you ever describe what your color was?
It's like an ashy browny grey. if
So
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I don't know how that would affect anything. Maybe when you have, like, if you're drunk, maybe your ash kind of your bark color kind of changes to like a reddish hue for a little while, and then it kind of dissipates back down. I really don't know. I don't have an answer for that, to be honest.
I'm gonna spend the next week like looking into what happens if you feed plants different food colorings and stuff like that.
Right?
To see how it would affect her.
And slowly a biology degree was gained from a roleplay game.
Cool. Yeah, she'll just of course. I like myself a good earthy beer. Or perhaps a rich wine.
I know what you need. Mead. Made from honey.
Sounds delicious.
It is recycling.
Is our other crew member here?
Right next to
In
him.
the corner, trying not to be
Oh.
noticed.
I thought he was in the same right next to you.
If I'm working, I'm going to be moving around.
You're moving around. Okay.
Not trying to intimidate people, but doing it accidentally.
This you do well.
You probably look absolutely cuddly next to Ravandra for these people. Cool. She'll smile and look over again, look back to Butak and say,
Well, in that case, I'll have 2 of your finest meats, and could they be brought to our table?
Yes, I'll see to it. I'll arrange a couple of meets to be taken over.
Thank you, friend.
and with that, she'll go to join Gad.
Rivandra joins you, Gad.
Good evening.
Hello. Brought you out here.
Hmm?
What's
I-
brought you out here?
Oh, the ship informed me you'd be here.
Okay, we have to have a talk about this. What do you mean the ship informed you?
I mean, I spoke with the ship, and the ship said that you were getting drunk and playing with monkeys.
Wrong.
No intention of actually doing either of those things. Would
You s-
Gad
Hmm?
be able to put 2 and 2 together
Well,
concerning
that's up to
there
you.
being
I mean, you're. I'm hesitant to
not
say that you would or wouldn't, simply because what's Gad's knowledge of things such that are? I mean, you're part magical. You got arcane touch, right?
Yeah, I do.
And then you've got lore tech, so you're kind of like a techie arcane.
I've got lore omniverse and lore dimensions as well. I don't know if they help.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Because Gad may be able to put 2 and 2 together based on what he read in the library
Sure.
about Jack. That is 7 successes.
Whatever you feel like you're putting together, go with it and let me know. Describe it to us. What's going on?
Is there some kind of gremlin in the system of my ship, our ship?
I mean, that seems a rather harsh term for him.
Him, interesting. So our ship's haunted. Got it.
Not haunted. Jack is just living there for now.
Okay.
Yeah, that should set you right off because she just now said Jack.
The pumpkin that we fought in his own dimension to free the soul of something, you were never specific on what we were doing, who we were saving.
Allow me to explain.
And then she goes into great detail about the story itself of Jack and the Pumpkin King, and will not cut to the chase, and will take a good 20 minutes to eventually get to the point where she says,
And now the soul of Jack, the lost boy trapped inside the Pumpkin King, is seeking refuge aboard our ship.
So he's now trapped on the Swift, is what I'm hearing.
Not